Many of us get into situations in life where, in order to be humble, in order to secure our understanding of our respect for elders or our respect for people that are wiser than we bend down to the beliefs of other people. I think for certain people in this world, catalysts, hopefully the people watching this channel, that there should be humility. You should have the patience. You should have the persistence to sit in a conversation and listen to people that disagree with you and still believe in what you believe in and still pursue the things that you want to pursue in your life. My name's Tarab. I make videos about emotional intelligence every day. Hopefully they benefit you in getting the things that you want in your life, and hopefully they give you things to talk about with your friends and your family. Today I wanted to talk about the likelihood of kind, compassionate people to lose their way in life because of the warnings that people that are older than them give them. I wanted to start this off by saying that every life is genuinely different, right? Like it has to be. The way that our lives are satisfying to us is that they're uniquely our lives, right? That we make the decisions that make us happy. We choose the people that satisfy our souls. And by virtue of those decisions that we make every time, we craft a life that's uniquely ours. We craft situations that are uniquely ours. So to assume, for instance, for me to give this advice and to assume that everyone is going to live Tarab's life is stupid. It's short-sighted, right? Like, I'm going to believe that my advice is useful to you, that my perspective is useful to you, but I'm never going to say to myself that you should be living your life the way that I'm living, because that's stupid. The whole point of this channel is to allow people to have access to information that will allow them to live the life that they want to live, to live the way that they want to live, to have the opportunities that they want to have. So when it comes down to you sitting in a family room, say you're 20-something years old, right, and you're hearing your uncle or your aunt say something like, hey, whatever goals you got in your life are stupid. This is not how the world works. You got to be realistic. My friend, hear them out. First and foremost, do the hardest thing first. Hear them out. Really, take the chance to listen to them, because you might not get that warning ever again. And it might be the single most important warning that you get in your life. Okay? Hear them out. But contextualize their statements. Now, I'm not saying judge them. I'm not saying judge them for being stupid or being foolish or not living the life that you want to live. I'm saying put their statements into context. Right? If they're immigrants that came from a different country, well, that's what an immigrant is. If they're immigrants and they had to deal with certain situations, put that into context. If they have a certain career that you don't, put that into context. If they were raised a certain way that you weren't raised, put that into context. Appreciate their individuality and appreciate that advice is very potent for the things that they've been through in their life. But the big caveat here is, if those are not the situations in your life, if those are not the variables, then you necessarily have to believe that you have to approach your life differently. And you have to have the will and the self-belief that you approaching your life that way is actually going to make it so that you live a life that you want to live. Right? Like, at the end of the day, if we're not satisfied with the decisions we're making, we can't help anyone. If the decisions we're making are not making us wealthier, healthier, if the decisions we're making are not making us more emotionally sound, we can't help anyone. Period. You know, like if you're smoking nicotine all the time, I got a PDF you should check out. Right? If you're jacking off all the time, stop it. You can't help anyone if you can't help yourself. But when it comes down to the judgments of people around you, if you're going to go onto social media, if you're going to go into a life of service in a public realm, not as a sniper in the background, as someone that's like kind of guiding the wheels, but as someone that's going to be a figure. Your face is on the line, your soul is on the line, your ethics are on the line. You must have a balance, my friend. You must have a balance of what you allow in and what you don't allow in. And you're going to find all different types of perspectives, all different types of advice, and this is just my advice on it. Right? Listen to them. Hear it. Hear it. But have the willpower to continue to pursue the things that you genuinely believe work for you. You are the sculptor of your own universe. Right? You need to have faith in yourself that you can sculpt the universe as beautifully as you want to. If you're an artist, if you're a sculptor, if you're a painter, if you're a musician, you know how many hours it takes to just edit something afterwards. You know the amount of time it takes to get the skills, to get the stroke exactly the way that you want it, to use the tool exactly that's going to be right for that situation. Your life is no different. The groove, the pocket that you need to be in to make the song feel the way that it needs to feel, that you want it to feel. You need to believe that about yourself. And that's the only way that I believe that filter is gonna make sense. Really. That it's gonna filter out the bullshit and be like, okay, your perspective is not the same. Your circumstances are not the same. But it might have some value. That if enough people say something. The rule that I generally go by, is a little tangent, is if I get a recommendation twice, I'll take the recommendation. Genuinely. Like if two people in my life that I respect tell me a recommendation, I know that recommendation's got fruit. And the reason is, the essence of that is, if something happens twice, it's bound to happen again. Something I've lived by for a long time, and is not the whole truth, actually, as I've discovered it recently, which I was very pleased to discover. If something happens twice, it's bound to happen again. But that's not an issue, because sometimes it takes 8 times to do shit that's going to end up right. Happening again doesn't mean happening always. Persistence matters. Happening again does not mean happening always. Everything that happens twice is bound to happen again. Valuable advice, in my opinion. And hopefully some of that helps you. I'm actually, you might be seeing that crooked TV in the background. I'm at a hotel in Canada. I'm visiting a cousin of mine that has the same name as me, as it turns out. So Tarabify. All the people that have Tarab as a name, cheers, my friend. I hold you in high esteem, and I believe that you have a larger responsibility than anyone else, because that's how I feel about myself. But consistency, my friends, consistency. And I've sat with a lot of people that were, my mom's friends, back when I was in Canada before my dad passed away. And they're telling me, oh, you need to get married, you need to do this, and this is going to do this, and this is going to do this. And I hear them. I hear it. It makes me wonder. But why wonder? Why wonder? Hopefully this helps you in any capacity. If it does, throw me a comment, subscribe, share it with someone. Do your part, right? And when you have a second, check out this video right here. This will help you to shape your perception of what it is that you want to do in the world. If you're not entirely certain, this will help you, I promise. Actualize your potential catalyst. This world needs you. Take care.